There are limits that people think can't be broken and potentials that seem like they can't be reached in the vast world of human success. But time and time again we see people who go against these ideas, going beyond what was thought to be possible and changing what it means to be human. With their amazing skills and accomplishments, these unique people make us wonder, what if the key to reaching our best potential is not in the physical world, but in the mind's hidden powers? When your mind is magical, it gets so cool that no one can doubt you. It's a trip into the depths of the human mind and a study of the mental frameworks and methods that help people perform at their best and keep doing so. This story is a call to go on a life-changing trip to find the superhero inside you and let your mind's amazing power shine. Get ready to question what you think you know, break down the walls of your own self-imposed limits, and change what you think is possible. Welcome to the start of a new story. Chapter 1. Bringing out the superhuman in you. One step, one moment of choice, sets off a chain of events that leads to change and growth at the start of every trip. Realizing that you have a huge amount of untapped potential, a reserve of power and capability waiting to be released, is the first step to unlocking your powerful mind. Belief is the key to making any kind of big change, because it gives you power. It is the foundation on which all other parts of human growth are built. What drives the path to becoming great is the idea that you can change, adapt, and conquer. But how do you make this confidence grow? To begin, you should realize that most of your present boundaries are things you have put on yourself. The stories we tell ourselves about who we are, what we can do, and what's possible shape the truth. But these stories aren't set in stone. They can be changed. First, question the stories you've been telling yourself about your limits. Ask questions about them, take them apart, and then replace them with stories of power, growth, and promise. The human mind is a marvel of evolution because it can use the power of the mind to do amazing things like creativity, problem-solving, and adaptability. To bring out the superhuman in you, you need to learn how to use this power well. Focus and mindfulness. The first thing you need to do is work on your focus and awareness. Being able to focus is like having superpowers in this day and age where everything is distracting us all the time. Mindfulness techniques make you more aware of your feelings and thoughts, which helps you deal with them better. Focus, on the other hand, helps you direct your thoughts toward your objectives, reducing lost effort and increasing output. Affirmations and visualizations are strong ways to change your world. You can make a mental plan for reaching your goals by picturing yourself succeeding. Affirmations help you believe in your own abilities even more, which embeds these beliefs deep in your mind. The road to becoming great is not easy. You have to build mental toughness. You will have mistakes, fail, and have questions. To get past these problems, you need to build mental toughness. You don't naturally have resilience. It's a skill that you can work on by practicing it. Take on difficulties, but don't see them as impossible problems. Instead, see them as chances to grow. Every task you beat makes you more sure of yourself and your determination. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the way to it. Don't be afraid of failing. Instead, use it to learn. Look at your mistakes, figure out what went wrong, and then use what you've learned to get better. When you decide to question what you think is possible, you take the first step toward waking the superhero within you. You can start a life-changing journey by using the power of your mind, practicing attention and awareness, and making your mind stronger. There will be challenges along the way, but there is also a lot of promise. Accept the trip, because you have the power to become so great that no one can doubt you. Getting good at learning. Chapter 2. In order to become a great mind, you need to not only use your brain's natural abilities, but also get good at learning. Being able to learn, forget, and learn again is very useful in a world that is always changing. In this chapter, we'll talk about the methods and strategies that can speed up your learning, making it more efficient and effective and putting you on the path to learning things at a speed that is beyond human. To master the art of learning, you must first understand the physics of learning, or the basics of how your brain learns. Neuroplasticity is the name of the process by which the brain can grow and change. The brain is not a fixed object. As you learn new things and remember old ones, your brain makes new connections and improves the ones it already has. This power to change is a key part of how your brain learns. Repetition and practice are the best ways to make new information and skills stick in your mind. But it's not just about how much you train. The quality of your practice is also very important. You can learn faster by using techniques like interleaved practice and spaced repetition, which involve reviewing information at longer and longer intervals of time. These techniques can also help your brain make better neural connections, which is what makes learning more effective. Active learning is the best way to learn, while idle learning, like reading or hearing without paying attention, has its boundaries. Active learning methods like teaching the material to someone else, using what you've learned in real-world projects, or taking part in talks and discussions can help you understand and remember it much better. By doing something with the material, you force your brain to think about it more deeply, which makes links that are stronger and last longer. The Feynman technique is a powerful way to learn anything. It was named after the scientist Richard Feynman, who won the Nobel Prize. It has 4 steps. Pick an idea, explain it to someone else in simple terms. Find holes in your explanation and read the original material again, and then simplify and use examples to better understand. This method not only helps you understand complicated topics better, it also helps you find and fill in information holes. The power of curiosity. People learn because they are interested. It's what makes you want to learn more, understand more, and take a look into the unknown. Developing a curious mindset can turn learning from a chore into an exciting adventure where you find new things. To keep your interest alive, ask questions, learn more about things that aren't familiar to you, and look for links between ideas that don't seem to go together. With lifelong learning as a way of life, the path to becoming a powerful mind never ends. The world is always changing, and to stay ahead, you need to be willing to keep learning. Consider learning something you do every day. Schedule time to read, try out new hobbies, take online classes, or go to meetings and talks. People who push you mentally and who share your desire to learn and grow should be around you. Understanding how to learn is very important if you want to use your mind's amazing powers. By learning about the physics of learning, using effective learning techniques, keeping your interest alive, and committing to learning throughout your life, you lay the groundwork for doing amazing things and becoming so amazing that no one can doubt you. You can reach your full potential by learning new things, and the path starts now. Chapter 3. Getting better at emotional intelligence. It becomes clear that intellectual brilliance alone is not enough as we learn more about how to become a powerful mind. It's also important to be able to understand, use, and control your feelings in healthy ways. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is the most important skill for becoming truly amazing and having unmatched success. Emotional intelligence, EQ, includes knowing yourself, taking care of yourself, being aware of other people, and managing your relationships. Being self-aware means knowing your feelings, your skills and flaws, and how they affect other people. Self-management means keeping your feelings and urges in check, adapting to new situations, and keeping your cool when things get tough. Being socially aware means understanding and caring about other people's feelings, even if they don't say them out loud. Managing relationships means making and keeping good ones, speaking clearly, motivating and swaying other people, working well with others, and handling disagreements. How emotional intelligence, EQ, can help you be successful. EQ is very important for both personal and business success. It makes people smarter, better at leading, and better at their jobs. It also makes them stronger and improves their relationships. People with a high EQ are better able to deal with stress, get along with others, and live full lives. Other people think they are truly great because they are flexible, caring, and good at what they do. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is something you work on all your life and needs to be practiced and committed to. Focus on becoming more self-aware to start. Write down your feelings in a book or ask friends or teachers you trust for advice. Mindfulness can help you handle your feelings better and help you respond to things instead of reacting to them. Active hearing, being more open and sensitive and trying to understand before being understood are all good ways to improve your social skills. Developing your emotional intelligence is a key part of reaching your full great potential. Mastering EQ will not only make your life better, but it will also make the lives of those around you better. Emotional intelligence helps you get through life by giving you a better understanding of yourself and others. This makes you a positive, strong, and effective force that can't be stopped. As you continue your journey, keep in mind that being so amazing that no one can question you takes a perfect mix of mental and emotional intelligence. Chapter 4. The Superhuman Skill of Emotional Intelligence. Mastering the thinking and learning parts of your mind is very important if you want to be so great that no one can doubt you. Emotional intelligence, EQ, on the other hand, is just as important, if not more so. EQ is the skill of being able to recognize, use, and control your emotions in healthy ways to lower stress, talk to others clearly, understand their feelings, get through tough situations, and avoid arguments. This chapter talks about how improving your emotional intelligence can make you great at work and in your home life. How to understand emotional intelligence. Self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management are the four main parts of emotional intelligence. All of these parts work together to help people understand and spot their own feelings, as well as those of others. They can then use this knowledge to have better relationships with others and easily handle the social challenges of everyday life. Being self-aware. Being self-aware means being aware of and knowing your own feelings. It means being able to correctly notice and name your feelings, figure out what makes them happen, and see how they affect your thoughts and behaviors. Being aware of yourself is the first thing that you need to do to learn EQ, as it sets the stage for all the other skills that are needed. Managing yourself. Self-management means being able to control your feelings, especially when you're under a lot of stress, and keep a good attitude even when things go wrong. It includes things like being able to control your impulses, being flexible, and taking the lead. If you learn how to control yourself well, you can stay calm and focused when things get tough, and you can use mental problems as chances to grow. Being socially aware. To be socially aware, you need to understand other people's feelings, wants, and worries, be able to read their body language, feel safe around other people, and know how power works in a group or organization. It helps you get along with others and do well in social situations, making you feel like you fit and contributing to a peaceful community. Taking care of relationships. Managing relationships means being aware of your own feelings and the feelings of others so that you can handle conversations well. It includes things like being able to communicate clearly, solve problems, motivate and inspire others, and speed up change. If you're good at managing relationships, you can make deeper, more important bonds with people and inspire and lead them. How to improve your emotional intelligence. You can improve your EQ by taking the time to think about yourself and being open to leaving your comfort zone. Take a look at these strategies. Being mindful means paying full attention to the present moment. Being mindful makes you more aware of your own feelings and the emotions of others. Ask for feedback. Regular feedback from people you trust can help you understand your mental habits and behaviors, which can help you grow. Manage your stress. Learning good ways to deal with stress can help you control your emotions and be more resilient. Get better at talking to people. Listening actively and speaking clearly and with kindness will help you connect with others. Emotional intelligence is a superpower that makes all of your other skills stronger. Mastering EQ will not only make your personal and business relationships better, it will also help you reach your best levels of success and happiness in life. As you work to improve your emotional intelligence, keep in mind that it's an ongoing process that is always changing and growing. Welcome the trip, because this is where you truly become so amazing that no one can doubt you. Chapter 5. The Power of Habits. How to create a superhuman routine. Routines and habits that you do every day are the building blocks that will help you become truly great. You can handle complicated relationships and understandings with emotional intelligence, but it's the practice of habits that makes your life work and helps you reach your great potential. In this chapter, we'll talk about the power of habits, how they form, and how you can create a powerful routine that helps you reach your goals. The science behind how habits form. A simple loop with three parts is at the heart of every habit: a cue, a pattern, and a reward. The first thing you need to do to control your habits is to understand this loop. Your brain starts a behavior because of a cue. The behavior itself is the routine, and the benefit you get from the behavior is the reward. Over time, as the link between the cue and the reward gets stronger, this loop becomes more automatic. A part of the brain called the basal ganglia is responsible for developing feelings, memories, and the ability to see patterns. It also plays a big part in making habits. When you get into a habit, you don't have to think as much to do it, which lets your brain focus on other things. This speed is good, but it also shows how important it is to make good habits, since it gets harder to break bad ones over time. Putting together your superhuman routine. Creating a habit that helps you do more requires planning ahead and thinking about what you're doing. To make your amazing routine, think about the steps below. Find your keystone habits. Keystone habits are strong because they have good effects that spread throughout your life. Finding and starting keystone habits like working out regularly, meditating, or learning new things all the time can change your routine and, by extension, your life. If you want to become powerful, you might take on too much too soon. Start small and build up slowly. Make changes to your habit that are small and easy to handle. Small habits that work well give you confidence and energy, which makes it easier to make bigger changes over time. You can use habit building, which means putting a new habit on top of an old one. You can use the strength of your current habits to help you form new ones by connecting new behaviors to things you already do. Just like if you already make it a point to drink a cup of tea every morning, you could add reading for 10 minutes to that habit. Make your setting supportive of your habits. Your environment has a big effect on how you act. Make it as easy as possible to stick to your new habits and as easy as possible to do good things. If you want to read more, make sure books are easy to see and get to in your living areas. If you want to work out regularly, get your things ready the night before. Getting past things that make it hard to form new habits. Forming new habits is often met with pushback, both inside and outside of you. To get past these problems, you need to be persistent and adaptable. When you run into problems, think about why you want to change your habits and what the benefits will be. Change how you do things as needed, but stay committed to the change. The foundation of a heroic life is the control of habits. You can make big changes in your life by learning about the science behind how habits are formed and creating routines that make you better at what you do. Remember that the way to become so great that no one can doubt you is not through big changes, but through small, steady gains. Accept the control of habits and see how the strange becomes your new normal. Chapter 6. Being Strong and Resilient. Getting Better After Being Hurt. In the journey to becoming superhuman, resilience is one of the most important traits that sets the special apart from the normal. It means being able to deal with problems, get back on your feet after a failure, and come out better and more capable. This chapter looks at what resilience is, why it's important for becoming great, and some useful ways to build it. How to understand resilience. People often think that resilience is a natural trait that only a few people have. The truth is that it's a constant process of adapting positively to stress, problems, or bad luck. People of all ages can create and grow these habits, thoughts, and actions. Being resilient doesn't get rid of stress or life's problems. Instead, it gives you the strength to face problems head-on, get through hard times, and keep going with more strength. Parts of being resilient. Emotional intelligence, self-awareness, self-regulation, positivity, flexibility, and the ability to see loss as useful input are some of the most important parts of resilience. Including these things in your life makes it easier to deal with the challenges of being human, which is why resilience is an important part of the superhero attitude. Building resilience. Getting more resilient means changing your thoughts, behaviors, and plans so you can handle the hard things that happen in life. Here are things you can take to make yourself more resilient. Develop a growth attitude by seeing problems as chances to learn and improve. Resilience depends on having a growth attitude, which means believing that you can get smarter and better at things by working hard and being dedicated. It makes people more determined to keep going even when things go wrong and more open to learning from every situation. Build strong ties. Having social support is a key part of being resilient. Develop strong, good bonds with family, friends, and coworkers. These links give you mental support, help, and reassurance that you're not the only one going through tough times in life. Learn how to solve problems. People who are resilient take the initiative to deal with problems. They look at the problem, come up with answers, and act quickly. Improving your ability to solve problems gives you more confidence and makes it easier to deal with problems. Take care of yourself. Your mental and physical health are linked. Regular exercise, healthy eating, enough sleep, and mindfulness techniques like meditation can make your body more resistant to stress and help you feel more balanced emotionally. To learn from losses, you should see them as lessons instead of defeats. Why did something go wrong? What could you do better next time? How can you learn from this? Challenges become useful lessons when you look at them this way, which helps you become powerful. How being resilient can help you become superhuman. There will be challenges along the way on your way to becoming so amazing that no one can doubt you. You can face these problems with courage, learn from them, and come out better if you are resilient. It keeps you going on your path to great successes and makes sure that failures are used as opportunities to grow instead of as problems to be solved. Being resilient means more than just getting through hard times. It means living in them. Building resilience gives you the strength and freedom to handle the ups and downs of life with ease and come out on top. Adopt the principles of resilience, and you'll see how they change not only your ability to become great, but also the quality and quantity of your life. You have the power to be resilient inside you, just waiting to be used. The Symphony of Creativity: How to Unleash Your Superhuman Potential. A spark of imagination is at the heart of every amazing feat. It's what pushes us past normal limits and encourages us to discover, create, and imagine the world, not just as it is, but as it could be. This chapter goes into detail about what creativity is, how it can help you become powerful, and some useful ways to develop and use your creative power. How to understand creativity. People often think of creativity as a mysterious gift that only a few people are lucky enough to have. In fact, we all have this skill that's just waiting to be developed and used. It means coming up with new ideas, finding new ways to solve problems, and putting together old ideas in new and useful ways. People are creative in many areas, not just the arts. It's an important skill in business, technology, science, and even regular life. The two ways that people get creative. There are two main ways that creativity works: diverse thought and convergent thinking. Divergent thinking means coming up with a lot of different ideas or ways to solve a problem. It encourages you to look at a lot of different options. In convergent thinking, on the other hand, you use critical thinking and decision-making to cut down these choices to the best one. Finding a balance between these two processes is important if you want to be more creative. Making people more creative. Creating situations that let your creative and imaginative skills grow is part of encouraging imagination. Here are some things you can do to improve your creativity. Accept that you are curious and open. Being curious is good for coming up with new ideas. Develop a strong desire to always learn and discover new things. Be willing to try new things and be open to new ideas and tasks. Being open like this helps your mind be flexible, which is important for creative thought. Make a place to be artistic. Your surroundings can have a big effect on how creative you are. Set aside a place that makes you feel creative and fill it with things that make you think and feel creative. This room should be a safe place where you can work on your ideas without worrying about being judged or being interrupted. Hold regular meetings to come up with ideas. Set aside time to think of ideas and let your mind wander. To come up with and explore new ideas, use tools like mind mapping or Scamper: substitute, combine, adapt, change, put to another use, remove, reverse. The point is not to filter or judge, but to let your dream come true. Take part in learning across disciplines. A lot of the time, creativity happens where different areas and skills meet. Learn more by looking into things that aren't your main area of skill. Putting thoughts from different sources together can lead to new insights and creative solutions. Develop the ability to deal with uncertainty. Getting creative often means figuring out what you don't know. Learn to deal with doubt and confusion. Learn to be okay with not knowing everything, and see this as a chance to learn new things and come up with new ideas. What effect creation has on becoming powerful? Change and growth are driven by creativity. It helps you see past what is, imagine what could be, and then take the brave steps needed to make that vision come true. Creativity is your best friend on the path to becoming so great that no one can doubt you. Challenges become chances, passions are sparked, and you are driven to do amazing things. The music of inspiration inside you can help you come up with new ideas, solve problems, and change things. By exploring and developing your artistic potential, you give yourself the power to go beyond normal limits and do things that humans can't do. Make being creative a way of life, not just a skill. It's what will help you reach your full potential and leave a lasting mark on the world. Let the music of creation play, and the world will become a canvas for your amazing dreams. Chapter 8. The Art of Communication, How to Get What You Want and Understand It Better Than Anyone Else. Mastering the art of talking to people is a talent that will help you become truly amazing. Not just being able to speak well or persuade people isn't it. It includes being able to listen, understand, empathize, and connect deeply with other people. This chapter talks about the many aspects of communication and gives you ideas on how to improve your abilities to better understand, inspire, and persuade others. The basics of good communication. Good communication is based on a few main ideas that help people get their points across, listen carefully, and see things from other people's points of view. Clarity and brevity. Being clear and brevity in your writing helps avoid confusion and makes sure your message is heard. It means being clear, not using extraneous words, and getting right to the point. Active listening. Listening actively is an important part of communicating well. It's about paying full attention to what's being said instead of just barely hearing it. Giving the person your full attention, getting what they are saying, reacting in the right way, and remembering what they said are all parts of active listening. Understanding and empathy. Empathy is being able to feel what someone else feels and share those feelings. In conversation, it means knowing how the other person sees things and letting them know about it. This helps you connect with each other and build trust, which makes your encounters more important and useful. Improving your communication. Getting better at talking to people can have a big effect on both your personal and work life. Here are some ways to improve your speaking skills beyond what humans can do. Pay attention to the person speaking, don't talk over them, and show that you understand what they're saying. Asking questions will help you understand better. Active listening helps people connect with each other better and have more useful talks. Improve your nonverbal communication. Body language, eye contact, and tone of voice are all nonverbal signs that are very important in conversation. Pay attention to your body language and make sure it matches what you say. Similarly, read people's body language to get a better sense of what they're saying and how they feel. Develop your emotional intelligence. Being able to understand and control your own feelings and the emotions of others makes your interactions better. It helps you have more empathetic talks, handle disagreements better, and make relationships stronger. Get feedback and practice. Feedback is one of the best ways to improve your speaking skills. Get helpful feedback from coworkers, friends, or teachers you trust. To build your confidence and ability to change, practice your skills in different places and with different people. The effects of great communication. If you learn how to talk to people well, it can change your relationships, job, and personal life. It helps you say what you want to say, understand other people better, and have a good effect on results. If you have superhuman communication skills, you'll be a better boss, a better listener, and a more understanding friend or partner. The path to becoming so amazing that no one can doubt you is made much easier by learning how to talk to people. By practicing active attention, becoming more clear and precise, building understanding, and getting better at nonverbal communication, you can better influence, inspire, and understand other people. In your superhero toolkit, communication is a strong weapon that can help you find new chances, improve your relationships, and have a bigger effect on the world around you. Chapter 9. The Mastery of Time. How to manage your time like a superhuman. If you want to reach your full great potential, you need to learn how to handle your time well. The only thing that everyone has the same amount of is time, but how different people spend it can have very different results. This chapter talks about ways to better manage your time so that you can get more done, feel less stressed, and reach your full potential. To be good at managing your time, you need to plan your tasks and be aware of how much time you spend on each one. This is especially important if you want to be more effective, efficient, and productive. It's about giving yourself the freedom to focus on what's really important and making the best use of your time. The advantages of managing your time well: more productivity and efficiency. You get more done in less time if you focus on the most important tasks and avoid activities that waste your time. Reduced worry. Being able to handle your time well takes away the stress of feeling rushed or behind schedule. Better quality of life. Having more free time lets you handle your work and personal life better, which makes you happier and more satisfied in general. Tips for getting good at managing your time. Set priorities. Sort your jobs into groups based on how urgent and important they are by using the Eisenhower box, which is also called the urgent important matrix. This helps you pay attention to what really needs it first. Set SMART goals. SMART goals are clear, measured, attainable, important, and have a due date. Setting SMART goals will help you make sure that your efforts are used in the best way possible. Set up time blocking. Give different jobs or activities different blocks of time. This way cuts down on distractions and juggling, which helps you focus and get things done faster. One of the most useful skills for managing your time is being able to say no to things that don't help you reach your goals or meet your needs. This makes sure that you spend your time on things that are important to you. Be smart about how you use technology. It can be a big distraction, but it can also help you keep track of time. Use apps and other tools that are made to help you keep track of time, organize your work, and remember when things are due. You should be aware, though, that technology can waste your time. Getting past problems with time management. It can be hard to handle your time well even when you have the best plans. Your attempts to control your time can fail if you put things off, are interrupted without warning, or are not disciplined. To get past these problems, you need to know yourself, be open to change, and be determined to stick to your time management plan. Make a schedule. Being consistent is very important. Setting up a daily practice can help you get into the habit of managing your time well and make it second nature. What you need to do is be open and ready to change your plans as things happen. Things that work one week might not work the next. Be willing to try new things and change how you do things. Mastering time management is a superpower that will help you get the most out of your most valuable asset: time. You can be more productive, feel less stressed, and reach your full potential by setting clear goals, putting jobs in order of importance, using good methods, and getting past problems. Remember that time management isn't about adding more to your already full schedule. It's about making your life easier so you can focus on what's important, which will make you so great that no one can doubt you. Unleashing your superhuman potential. Putting it all together. Chapter 10. Now that we've learned all the rules and techniques that can make your mind and skills great, it's important to think about what it really means to be truly amazing. This last chapter isn't just a review of the strategies we've talked about. It's also a plan for how to apply these ideas to your life in a way that makes sense and lasts, so you can keep growing, changing, and reaching your full amazing potential. Superhuman synthesis. To become truly amazing, you need to be mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually healthy in a way that works well with each other. It requires a desire to keep learning throughout your life, as well as emotional intelligence, focus, resilience, good communication skills, and the ability to handle your time well. All of these parts are like threads that make up your powerful self. When one thread gets stronger, it lifts and supports the others. Constant learning and growth. Make the path of constant learning and growth a pledge for life. The world is always changing, so you need to keep learning new things to stay flexible and improve your superhero position. Resilience and emotional intelligence. Developing your resilience and emotional intelligence will help you handle the tough parts of life with strength and ease. These traits help you bond deeply with others and get better after something goes wrong. Discipline and habits. The discipline of habits directs the everyday things we do every day. You make sure that every day is a step toward reaching your amazing potential by planning your habits and routines with great care. Communication and time management. If you learn how to communicate and handle your time well, you can change the world for the better and make the most of your time, which will help your amazing skills have the most effect. Living as a superhuman. If you want to live as a superhuman, you have to follow these rules in every part of your life. Being aware of how your actions and relationships affect the world and using them to make it a better place is what it means to strive for greatness. Impact and influence. The real test of your amazing skills is how much good you make other people's lives. Make the world a better place by using your skills, information, and kindness. The memory of a superhuman. Think about what you want to leave behind when you die. What will people remember about you? Make sure that your amazing journey helps something bigger than yourself by letting this goal guide your actions and choices. In conclusion, the trip goes on. Now that this part and our trip are over, remember that becoming so amazing that no one can question you is a process that never ends. It's a path of growth, learning, and change. You shouldn't think of the ideas and methods in this book as boxes to be checked off. Instead, they should become part of your everyday life. Your ability to be great is endless. It means that you are ready to push yourself, get out of your comfort zones, and always strive for excellence in every part of your life. You have the power to change the world, to inspire those around you, and to reach greatness that goes beyond the ordinary. Carry this knowledge with you as you go forward. Your mind is always changing as you become more powerful, and you don't have to go through it alone. Surround yourself with people who are as driven to improve and grow as you are. You can reach impossible heights as a team, becoming so amazing that no one can doubt you. Don't forget that the trip never really stops. It just changes. Take every moment, every struggle, and every win as a chance to learn, grow, and become even more amazing. The world can't wait to see what you have to give. Let out your superior powers and don't look back.